Hey guys, so everything I'm about to say in this particular video, I'm saying in the name of Rabbi Mendel Kessin. These are not my ideas, these are the rabbi's ideas. But I fully subscribe to them because I can see, anyone who looks around with open eyes can see that what the rabbi is saying checks out. Any person who's not lying to themselves, first and foremost, any person who doesn't believe the media, who are basically at this point, they have been for a while, operatives, Soviet operatives, Bolshevik operatives, if you will. So, I just want to say this to all the Jews out there who like Israel, who love Israel, who support the Jewish people. And I respect you for that. But some of you guys, a lot of you guys, seems to still have what's called TDS. And you have TDS primarily because the media have washed your brain. But apart from that, I just want to say state the following idea. The media were able to do that for one simple reason. Because Donald Trump he is the biggest threat to what's called the Sitra Achra. He is here to help the Jewish people do what's called the tikkun. I'll give you some examples. Again, you can think whatever you want of him personally. He is here to help the Jewish people do the tikkun. Moving the embassy to Jerusalem when other presidents said they would and never did. Clamping down on Iran, basically taking away all their money. Clamping down on every single solitary so-called Palestinian entity that exists on Earth. At least in America and in Israel. Declaring the Jews to be not just a religion, but a nation. Bolstering the fight against anti-Semitism. Defunding every single Palestinian entity on campuses in America when he was president. I'm not even going to mention having a daughter who was an Orthodox Jew. Declaring that the Golan Heights is unequivocally part of Israel, high ground that we recaptured in the War of '67, which every president wanted us to give back, and some of our governments, Israeli governments, were even going to give back until the year 2000. Declaring via Mike Pompeo that that Israel can basically annex Judea and Samaria, what you guys call the West Bank, a mountain range, the cradle of Jewish civilization, where we got our name from, military high ground, captured in '67. Folks, I can just go on and on and on and on with this list. And you call him anti-Semite, and you call him this and you call him that. The only rational explanation for your reaction is the fact that Donald Trump has done things literally against the dark side, and so the dark side has convinced you that he's the dark one. You understand? This is straight up Kabbalah. This is straight up a spiritual concept in Judaism. Whoever fights the dark side convinces the world that he's the bad guy. This is a classical thing. For those of us who have the eyes to see, the Sitra Achra doesn't have the power over us. It doesn't, we don't follow what it says, right? We're able to see the truth. But you guys, unfortunately you got caught in the web. You got caught in the web of the Sitra Achra. Mainly the media. Who spin things, who lie, who just make things up, who just say things. They just say things, guys. I said, guys, remember when you were in school and you're sitting there and there's a kid that doesn't like you, right? And he just out of nowhere yells out, some lie about you, right? Just like a rumor, right? But it's like he yells it out in for the whole class to hear, and then the whole class goes, "Oh!" And then from that henceforth, the entire school, the entire class believes that slander about you, right? And you notice, for those of you who have ever been, the butt of that joke or the target of the slander, there's no possible way to clear your name. It's impossible, right? You can't tell these kids the truth. You tell them the kids the truth, and nobody believes you, right? They believe what the kid yells out. Because the kid convinced everybody that you are whatever it is that you are. And, little kids believe it. Folks, you know who that kid is? That's the media. And you guys are the class. And you believe it. You believe the kid. You believe the slander. Why? Because, in this case, really the kid is the dark side. It's called the Sitra Achra in Judaism. And a lot of people get sucked in. Why? Because the kid that's the butt of the joke, so to speak, is here to do the tikkun. Is here to basically do what the Sitra Achra hates. So I just want to tell you, my friends, my Jewish friends who love Israel and who love, your own people, finally, you've demonstrated that since October 7th. Thank God, at least. Baruch Hashem. I commend you for that. Just understand, the people that you listen to in the media, the people that you listen to in Hollywood, the people that you listen to, the politicians that you vote for, they are against God. They are at war against God. They're not atheists. They are Gnostic fruitcakes. They are Satanists. And they have sucked you in. They have convinced you. They have captivated you. They have captured your attention, your brain, your soul, your heart, everything. And you've been following them. You've believed that a person that's here to help the Jews, to enable the Jews to do what's called the tikkun, is our worst enemy and our worst nightmare, and Hitler and Stalin and Mussolini and I don't know what. I don't know, rapists, this, that. You name it, folks. The only rational explanation for your, enchantment. I mean, it's not really enchantment. It's a syndrome. Is the fact that the person who you've been turned against is literally here to destroy or help us. Actually, he's here to help us. He's not going to do it because he's not the Messiah, right? He is here to help us do the tikkun and thereby destroy the dark side, to annex our land, our entire land, as prescribed in the Torah. Nothing more, by the way. We're not here to annex the whole world. We're here to take Jerusalem, Judea and Samaria, yes, Gaza, the Golan Heights. And yes, if you read the Torah, I don't know if you know this, guys, the Arabs occupy our land. They've been occupying our land, what's called the Levant. What does the Levant include? Yes, it includes Lebanon. Don't be shy. Folks, why are you so not ambitious? It includes parts of Syria. It includes the entirety of Jordan. It includes Western Iraq. It includes northern Saudi Arabia. My friends, they occupy our land. The Arabs have been occupying our land for 1,500 years. And you have a person coming and saying, Jews, this is your land. He's coming and saying, let's do the Abraham Accords with these people, at least part of them we can do business with, or something, I don't know, have some relative peace with, and you hate him for that. Folks, the only rational explanation is that literally the devil, Satan, has convinced you that he is against you, my fellow Jews. It's this is, again, not my idea, this is Rabbi Kessin, but it checks out. It checks out because it doesn't make freaking sense. You're literally like a dog biting someone who's trying to feed you, like a feral dog. Rabid dog, sorry, cats are feral. It makes no sense unless you understand what I just explained to you. Unless you think about it. Instead of you using your emotions, what we say in Chabad, the mind controls the heart. Chochma bin Adas, okay? My Jewish friends, thank you very much for loving Israel. Thank you very much for loving your own people. Allow a person who wants to help you. You know, as I said in the movie Glenn Ross, to help us, not to F us up. He is here to help us. And he has. They just had a whole prayer session for Israel at the Republican convention, folks. I don't know what they told you about this and that and the other. But these people don't want us dead, okay? They don't want us dead. They don't want us to have the rapture. They don't want us to go to Israel so they can have their rapture. They just want to pray for us because they understand where their blessing comes from. They understand it. Abraham was told by God, whoever blesses you will be blessed through you. They understand that, my friends. The question is, do you understand that? Do you get it? Or are you so stuck with the media and with Hollywood and with all these fruitcake politicians? They are folks. I don't even want to say what they are. Why do you think they want him in prison? Because it's going to be revealed what they are, which is people who are, I'm saying this lightly, who are going directly against God. Everything they do is against God. You can literally see it in front of your face. The things they teach little kids in school, the things they propagate, the things that they're against, the things that they hate, the things that make them cringe. Guys, I mean, I don't know if you remember, there was this rabbi, Chabad rabbi, who had his finger blown off in an attack in Poway, California. He went on Anderson Cooper. And Anderson Cooper says, Rabbi, what would you like to say to the American public? He said, I want to tell you guys that my Rebbe, the Lubavitcher Rebbe, would say that we need to have, kids in school need to have a moment of silence before every day to think about God, to think about their neshamas, their souls, to think about spirituality. And this guy who has convinced you, Anderson Cooper, that Trump is the devil, he looked like he was about to, I don't know, his face was about to fall into his body. He couldn't take it. Folks, I urge you, please wake up. There's a reason the Sitra Achra has convinced you to go against this man, because he's helping us do what's called the tikkun, the rectification. But now that you know, now you have a choice. Just like these people at the RNC, do you understand that we have a bracha? That the people who give us a bracha or help us are going to be blessed. I hope you figure it out sooner than later. And I hope you figure out who the good guys are. And I can tell you, it's not the people that are now screaming for, everybody to be, the violence ain't the answer. Yeah, we know violence ain't the answer. These people stoked it for the last 9 years, guys. If you remember the movie, Usual Suspects, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world they didn't exist. They've convinced you that they don't exist, that they're not who they are. Again, because this person, everything he did as president was primarily to help us do the tikkun, to finally bring the Geulah. And B'ezrat Hashem, we will do just that. No wars, no more corruption, no more going against God, no more going against the Torah, openly. With that said, guys, no matter what, Am Yisrael Chai. And everything's going to be good. Peace.